can't help but feel like he's laughing at all the Westerners throwing money at him for no reason. Hello everybody. To prevent this from being a really long video for everybody, I'm going to put it in two parts. About 30 seconds maybe, I'll explain or give my advice on anybody traveling to Xi'an or to the Terracotta soldiers. And then I will explain my story for anybody else who wants to stick around. So here goes. So let me give you a little bit of advice on how to get to see the Terracotta soldiers. One, definitely take the fast train. It was worth all the fun, weird experiences that I had on the train, and it got me right into Xi'an. And I'll post, or you can ask me or something, and I'll give you the number to this guy, to his hotel room, because he was great. It's definitely worth it to pick a hotel right next to the train station, because there's a free bus that right at the train station that you get to take, because as a free perk for taking the fast train. And then you are going to be expected to pay, for me it was 150 kwai, which is 1/6 of a US dollar. Each kwai is 1/6 of the US dollar. Don't take a taxi. And I would suggest you make the trip worth it by stopping at multiple locations. Don't just go out and back. I would stop in Beijing and climb the wall and go to Shanghai and see something else. And anyway, make a loop of it. That's my advice. Definitely do it. It's a good bucket checklist thing. Okay, now on to my story and how the whole thing went. So my ticket says third car, seat 7. How do we know that today or this train is blue? It doesn't seem to say that on the card, but everybody seems to know it. Anyway, so I found my line thanks to a couple of helpful passengers. The train was super smooth, cloud smooth. There is an interesting sort of mad rush to get on, as if people aren't going to get their seats. So I'm wondering if there is some sort of priority system that tells people, get your seats, otherwise the standbys are going to take them and then you're going to left standing. That can't be right, because I've seen people kick, hey, that's my seat, gotta change. I don't know. Maybe it's just a cultural attitude that's left over. I've always wanted to try the food on a train in China to see what it was like. Turns out it's terrible. It's mushy, flavorless, and full of big, hard seeds. And expensive. We're approaching this stop, and they have told us we now need to turn our chairs around in preparation for going in the other direction. And it's created this awesome pile of chaos. Alright, my enormous fan base, here I am in my tiny hotel room. I can almost reach all 4 walls without moving my feet. But it's all I need, it's great. It's got more air conditioning than this little closet could ever use. Maybe that's why the window's open and the AC smells of old cigarettes. But the guy is very nice. I've got water and a shower, a pretty nice bathroom. Door lock, good explanation. The guy picked me up at the airport. He's going to take me to the bus tomorrow so he'll drop me at the bus that goes to the Terracotta soldiers. And he pointed out where to get food. Great dude. I'm not sure if I'm tired. Mostly I'm tired of sitting, but it's 10 o'clock at night, so I don't know. Anyway, I'm in Xi'an, and I'm like 10 seconds from the airport. I could almost throw a rock and hit it. I was wondering if this thing would even hold my weight. Ta-da! It does. Hey, I'm riding on the back of a whatever this electric bicycle car thing. And we're headed off to Xi'an. The hotel manager's driving us, and this is his kid. I'm deciding on being glad that I didn't pay for more days to be here. This city is bleak, and it's stamp and repeat construction of everything else in China. It's like those screensavers where they're ever expanding grid system. It's just the same at a million scale, and everything is always under construction. So for now, I don't think I'm missing any amazing city attractions here. But we'll see when I get to the Terracotta Soldiers. Maybe I'll spend every last minute there until 3:40 at night. I'm sitting on a nice air-conditioned bus that comes as a perk of having taken the fast train to get here. And I checked the weather and it's 40 degrees. So that's somewhere around like 100 in Fahrenheit. There are going to be people like fainting, dropping. I predict it now. The bus is taking us in a ridiculous route around the city, like an absolutely pointless sort of meandering kind of loop, just through the city center for no reason. 1 hour bus ride later, southeast of the city, we have finally arrived. See that dusty lint on the side? That's the same dust that gathers in your house because it's people flakes. The real story of the Terracotta Soldiers are the millions and millions and millions of people that come to see it. There's only maybe 1,000 or whatever of these guys. There's 10,000 a day of these guys. I think this makes my point when I say that the Terracotta Warriors are all about the people. So if you're not getting this yet, let me get a little closer on there. You understand what this artist has done? The Terracotta Warriors is all about the people. The face is looking at the warriors, people who see themselves in the warriors. It has just occurred to me, I wonder, how many phones are leaning out like this, get dropped, roll down, break another piece of Terracotta Soldier? And is the embarrassment worth the expense of the phone? Or do you go to somebody and you ask them, can I please have my phone back? And they get to see the freshly broken artifact you broke because you dropped your phone. Or do you just abandon ship? You go, goodbye phone. So what do you think? Should I take video of people who want to pose for pictures with me? Is that too weird? I mean, what they're doing is weird. They're just posing with me because I'm white. Super weird. And the old man, totally holding my bum. Yeah, just a nice resting position on my butt cheek, which was weird. They seem to have made some sort of deal where the people who wanted to excavate this site also excavated something in Pompeii, and so they've made this comparison museum, or a little corner of the museum. They're comparing Pompeii and Rome and China in the dynasties and stuff. I'm just betting she had the Ring of Power and somebody really wanted it back. Yes, you are watching Chinese nap time. I don't understand it. I thought the trick was to come late while everybody else tries to beat the heat. You beat the crowd, but it's 2 p.m. and the crowd's only, I don't know. I have a few minutes to kill, and I would say that this trip to Xi'an has been just the right amount of struggle, just enough to make it so it's not easy. Like, the heat is absolutely oppressive. This is some strong heat. This is almost like Texas heat, but not humid, so almost that bad. And I was told at one end that the bus comes by every 10 minutes, and I thought, okay. And then I took an hour-long bus ride to get here, and the 10 minutes seemed unlikely. So here I am, done with the day, or done with the park, and sure enough, I arrived like as it left or something. Anyway, the next one's supposed to be here at 4:30. It's 3:30 now, so I've got some time to kill. Good morning, folks. It's a beautiful city before dawn, and as you can see the imminent doom behind me, it's going to be yet another 40-degree day. So Xi'an has proved to be hot, including their breakfast. And I realized the inherent risk in having a food adventure when I still have 10 hours of traveling to do on a train where, well, you know. So, but it looked like it was all made of vegetables and it was all very hot, so hopefully whatever could be in there is dead. And I didn't get any other opportunities to have any food adventures, so this is it. I even tried to go to the little convenience store, but it's not open yet at 6 a.m. So I'm off to the train station, which is just right over there, and my hotel is that building right back there. It was great. Whew, after traveling all that distance and going through all the adventure and not knowing and coming back to a place that I know in this weird little neighborhood in this weird little corner that I've only known for 5 months, kind of feels like home. All right, thank you for watching all the way to the end of the video. I will post the actual pictures that I took with my camera as soon as I find my card reader or buy a new one or borrow one.